Sometimes life's greatest lessons don't come from books or success, but from moments we never expect. A rainy evening, an old man, and his simple answers that changed how they saw the world. Five scientists, a physicist, a mathematician, a chemist, a geologist, an anthropologist, were returning from a long expedition. They had been walking for hours, tired and quiet, while the wind carried dry leaves along the lonely road. The sky grew darker above the white fields, heavy with clouds, and the sharp smell of rain filled the air. Then the first drops began to fall, turning quickly into a cold, steady autumn downpours that soaked their coats. They kept walking, heads down, each step heavier than before, as mud clung to their boats and rain blurred the paths. Just when they began to lose hope, they noticed a small cottage ahead, with smoke rising gently from its chimney. They exchanged a quick look and hurried toward it, hoping to find shelter, warmth, and a little human kindness. They knocked on the wooden door and waited, listening. No answer, only the steady sound of falling rain. Then the door slowly opened, revealing an old man standing in the dim light, calm and quiet. "Excuse us," said one of the travelers. "We were caught in the rain. Maybe come in and warm up." The old man looked at them kindly, then nodded. "Come inside. No one should stay outside in such weather." They stepped inside. Warm air and the smell of burning wood wrapped around them like a soft, comforting blanket. The old man closed the door to keep the wind out, turned to them and smiled gently. "Sit by the stove," he said. "Take off your wet clothes. I'll make some tea for you." He went to the kitchen. The sound of cups and kettle filled the silence with a quiet, homely rhythm. The travelers sat by the fire, feeling warmth return to their bodies and peace slowly settle into their souls. Then they noticed something strange. The stove stood unusually high, built on a pile of stones above the floor. Curious minds couldn't resist. The chemist said he raised it to improve oxygen flow. The fire burns faster that way. The physicist shook his head. "No, it's about air convection. Warm air splits better. Smart engineering." The geologist frowned. "You are both wrong. This region has small earthquakes. The stones act as shock absorbers." The mathematician smiled. "It's harmony. The stone sits in the perfect thermal center. Perfect natural balance." Finally, the anthropologist said, "You seem too modern. This is tradition. Fire was sacred. Raising it meant respect." Their debate ended when the old man returned, carrying a tray with steaming cups of tea and gently warmth. The smell of herbs filled the room. One of them finally asked, "Sir, why did you build it so high?" The old man placed the cups on the table, looked at the stove, then at his guests, and smiled kindly. "Well," he said softly, "I didn't have enough pipe." Silence followed, and then warm, genuine laughter filled the room. Sometimes we think too much, searching for perfect answers, while someone else simply takes a step and moves ahead. Don't let fear of doing it wrong stop you from trying. No one ever finds the right path by standing still. We discover it only when we move, one honest step at a time. Yes, my dear friends, the world doesn't wait for those who doubt. It belongs to those who act. And you, what about you? Do you keep thinking or analyzing every risk, or do you just take that first step? Tell me in the comments what's the one step you have been waiting to take. See you in the next chapter.